Business owners, tax season can be really overwhelming. And the last thing that you want to do is leave money on the table or make a big tax mistake. That is why in this video, I am going to break down for you why you need the help of a tax advisor and what it looks like when you're making the right choice for you. But before we jump in, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this wealth building information. Now, let's get after it. Many of you think having a tax advisor is costly. Let me explain to you the true cost of not having a tax advisor. When you have a tax advisor, they are going to be giving you tax write-offs that you probably didn't even think about. They can even do a tax checkup for you. For example, if you miss out on one $10,000 tax write-off and you're in a 24% tax bracket, that's $2,400 that you could have kept in your pocket, and maybe the cost of the tax advisor was $1,000, but you missed out on $2,400 and you lost $1,400, and not just this year, but the next year and the next year and the next year. So when you're evaluating the true cost of a tax advisor, you got to evaluate what it's costing you not to have a tax advisor. Tax advisors should be able to save you time and money. And they can save you time and money because tax advisors keep up with the ever-changing tax laws. And they are changing every year and sometimes almost every day within that year. As an individual person that is not in the tax industry, I cannot even imagine on how you could possibly keep up with the tax laws. And if you're going to irs.gov, which you should for a basic start, if that is your only resource for your taxes, then you are overpaying your taxes. Taxes are very deep and detailed, and they are as big as the ocean. Think about a baby bathtub with water and think about the ocean. When you go to a tax advisor, you're going to the ocean to find out about your tax write-offs and to get your tax advice and your tax deductions. Business owners who use a tax advisor generally save up to 30% in their tax liability. Do not leave your taxes to the baby bathtub. Go ahead and jump in the ocean. Finding the right tax advisor for your business is like looking for the right doctor for your medical issue. Not all doctors are the same. Some of them have just graduated medical school. Some of them have graduated medical school and are trying to pass their boards. Some of them have been out of medical school and have been in the industry 5, 10, 20 years. And some have been in the industry and are teaching the new people that are coming out. You have to decide what level of expertise you need for your business. For example, some people are licensed by their state. Those are typically the new starting out tax advisors. And then you have tax advisors that are certified public accountants, CPAs, and then you have tax advisors that are EAs and they're licensed in all 50 states. When you are deciding who you want as a tax advisor, think about where you want your business to go and then find somebody who's beyond where you want your business to go, because we all have a cap. It's called the Peter Principle. Everybody reaches their level of ignorance, and we can only go higher as we have time in the industry and experience in the industry. So decide what level of tax advisor you want to help you with your business that is going to be there for your family, that is going to be there to feed you, that is going to be there to put profit in your pocket and pass down that generational wealth. When you're thinking about choosing a tax advisor, it's so important to understand, just like when you go to your general practitioner, you have your general practitioner, you have your ear, nose, and throat doctor, you have your heart doctor, you have surgeons. There's levels to it. When you're choosing a tax preparer or advisor, I want you to understand there's levels to it. The first level is a person that's a tax preparer. They understand the tax forms and they're very good at utilizing them. And then you add on to that someone who's also a tax accountant. They understand the forms, but they can also take your books and records and pull them together from a tax perspective. And then you have somebody that understands tax audits. Not only can they put your books and records together, they can prepare your tax returns, they can represent you before the IRS in the event of an audit because they understand what happens to your tax return when it is audited. Then you have the next level of somebody who can help you tax plan. That's somebody that typically knows tax laws. They've been under audit before. They represent clients in audits and they understand what IRS is looking for. Then you have the next person that can take you to appeals. In the event the other people have failed and you're still struggling, they can take your case to appeals, they can argue your points, they can negotiate for you. At the end of the day, it's levels to a tax preparer. I eat and sleep taxes. I love this stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I like to read the tax code for fun. You decide who's the best tax advisor for you and your business and what you want to accomplish. And now that you know better, you absolutely have to do better. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe and share this video with your friends because friends don't let friends overpay tax.